I'm the Milkman, and this is Trailer Park Garage. Alright, before we get this video started off, we do get the hot rod fired up, and it's pretty gosh dang rowdy, but we still haven't got a converter yet. I called Freak Show. It is not a Freak Show problem. It is a UPS problem. I called him today because it still didn't get here, and I was like, man, we might want to figure out if this damn thing is lost, because it's been a while and we're trying to get the hot rod done, but I just didn't want to see old dude just straight up lose a converter, or me. So anyways, with that being said, we got a couple of comments that I just looked back through the archives and found that I'm going to read off real quick. And of course it's from Dalton Fam. He's always asking the questions, but I'm going to read those off real quick. He says, number one, since we're both from Kentucky, who do you like better, UK or Louisville? To be quite honest with you, I watch no sports, like zero. I think the sport of drag racing is the only one I'm really passionate about. Some people call it a sport, some people don't, and to each their own, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to tell you, the past month, I've lost almost 10 pounds, which I cannot afford to lose. And I've been out here for ungodly hours. This is a sport. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And that's not throwing digs at any sport. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that don't drag race because they can't put in the time. Or, you know, they got a bunch of money and they throw a bunch of money at something, but they don't put in the time. And if you don't put in a lot of your personal time into this stuff, I mean, damn, you're not going to go nowhere. It is super hard to keep these hot rods up and going, building them, making stuff, fabbing stuff, but whatever, my rant's over. I don't watch sports, but I'm just going to go with Kirsten. What do you like better?
It depends on the sport.
Depends on the sport. Okay. Number two, is there another filming that you all are planning on going to at this time? Absolutely not. But I do have some news about that. I guess I can spew later on because I haven't got all the details. But some things have changed there. Some people have come out to us and said, hey, look, this is, you know, I guess I'm sorry. We want to fix it. So maybe some filmings in the future. And number three, what did you like the most about being on a TV show, and how have you seen it benefit you and your program after filming was over? It definitely helps the social media aspect. That's a great question. I really wasn't like, oh my God, we're on TV. I was really like, oh my God, these are my heroes. You know what I mean? As a kid, growing up watching these guys, you know, Hot Rod, and it was everything I wanted to be. And they're doing it on TV. The only thing I feel like made that more special to me is, you know, that's the hot seat, I guess. You know what I mean? They might not be the world's fastest guys, but it was cool growing up to watch those guys and then be a part of it. It definitely helps the social media aspect, but to me, it was just more cool to be around those guys, only to get let down knowing half of them were absolute douchebags and they're poor for the sport. Number four, whose idea was the Trailer Park Garage YouTube channel, and how's the channel going? It was kind of a group effort, I guess you could say, being how, you know, Mom got on TV, ran that jaw, got a bunch of people, you know, riled up, and everybody thought we were from a trailer park. And I was like, man, trailer park trash. Oh my God, I can't believe that trailer trash, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? We can incorporate that into the way that we do things. I guess I could see how people would think by, you know, one judgment that we may live in a trailer park or something just because we plain don't give a shit. But it was really a group effort. If Kirsten wasn't here helping, if we didn't get the backlash from the TV show stuff, if we weren't all here to put in the hours and the work, it would be nothing. The channel is doing great, I guess. It's really not about subscribers and numbers and stuff, although it is really cool to see that. It's really just about building a family of hot rodders, man. And that's what I think is cool. I think that's what's cool for the sport. And it just, one thing that's bad for the sport, though, is people that say NOS. You know what I'm talking about? NOS. We got some in the bridge the other day, and I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, I can't stand them people that are like, NOS. Yeah. Hold on. Look at this. So, NOS is an energy drink. You got, I don't have a N.O.S. bottle on standby, but N.O.S. is nitrous oxide systems, not NOS. But since we're on the kick, I'm gonna crack me open one. You know what that makes me want to do?
What?
He's been on YouTube for years.
The ratings will go
Camera
up.
on it. Operate that fuel.
Yeah, we blows up. Stop, drop, and roll.
Don't get the hair. You gotta
Don't
worry
mess
about
the
the
hair
hair
up.
back plenty.
Are you out of here? It's stinky.
Watch oil pressure.
Yeah.
Hey, let me spin it over to see if it's showing up on the
Okay.
race pack.
We're through with this, ain't we?
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna turn this thing over.
Alright.
Clear?
Go ahead.
Everybody clear?
Yeah.
Yep. You got oil pressure or what?
I'm gonna fire it up and see, because it
Did
moved.
you have oil pressure or?
It moved.
You know where you're standing.
That'll
right?
work.
Yeah, right at the exhaust, yeah.
He's wanting to try to hump on it, probably.
All right, ready?
Here, look.
It's a flywheel.
Damn.
Did the starter disengage?
Needs to be shimmed down or something like that. Be shimmed.
Hit the power
I
button.
seen spark flying. We heard it hit.
It fired up.
We heard it fire.
That's a bitch nasty.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
All right, homies. So, finally got it started. We didn't run it long, and I didn't film the rat race of getting it started. And I apologize for that, but there's a bunch of wires everywhere and stuff. We thought that it could be a ground problem or a power problem because it was pulling power from the dash, and we knew that it could be a starter problem also, but we just really felt like it was in the wiring. So today I went through all the wiring and stuff, and luckily Mo, Bug Burke, Jason Goodman, Keith Cameron, Kelly Hubbard, baby, and Jimmy Westerfield. I mean, we had the whole gang here. We had all kinds of people here, and we started testing these starters. And what are the odds that both of them were junk? The appendix wouldn't come out on both of these starters here. They would spin, but they would not come out. And as soon as it hit the compression of that big block, baby, it was weak. It wouldn't do nothing. We would try to pull the appendix out to get it on the flywheel, and then we turn it over, and it just couldn't do it. So we robbed the one off the milk truck. That starter has been around since the days of my pops' wagon, and that is cool to me. When we was putting it on the milk truck, I was like, man, that's cool, you know what I mean? Come off my pops' old car. And that thing has probably been around for, damn, 10, 12 years. So it was really cool. We put the deal on the milk truck, and we've ran it forever. It ran great. Well, we get out there in the gravel, got up under the thing, had Keith and Hubbard picking up on it, so I could slide under it. We got the starter off of it, unhooked the wires, put it on this deal, boom, perfect. So we wire it, or we wire the starter up, and we do all that great stuff, and we start it, and it's sparking. So we put a shim in it, and it's still sparking, so we didn't run it long again. I don't want to hurt a flywheel. I don't want to hurt my starter. I don't want to hurt anything, because I don't want to have to replace anything. It's just money that don't need to be spent. So we got the hot rod started. I'm going to try to find another shim tomorrow, and hopefully we can start the deal up for a little bit longer. We don't have the water plumbed yet. We do not have the vacuum pump here or plumbed yet, but that is not going to be a problem. Once it gets here, it'll get done fast. Hopefully tomorrow our converter shows up. We can knock that off. We can go ahead and plumb the nitrous. We can get the transmission in it, hook the shifter up, mess with the carb linkage. I've almost got it figured out. We can wash it because it'll roll out of the garage under its own power, and we can fix the tow hook, water pump, plumbing, and vacuum pump on another day. The wiring is not going to get checked off for a long time. And what I mean by that, probably a couple of days. It's got an O2 sensors and stuff. I'm struggling, to be honest with you guys, with the wiring in this thing. The race pack, I've never ever dealt with a race pack, so all these sensors and modules and stuff like that, I'm really having a tough time, but I'm doing my absolute best. I have an awesome support group around me of super knowledgeable guys that know what they're doing. So hopefully we can get this deal hot rodding here pretty soon, and it starts this video, so that's great. And maybe we can do some testing out in front of the street, or out in front of the house this week, which will be super cool. So hopefully we can get some more work on this thing, and I'm going to bed. It's late, I'm tired. We've had a successful day. It started, it kind of gave me a second wind, but yeah, see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
That works. Uh-oh. So if you watched our Ford Courier video with my boy Jonathan Hagan, you seen where he was at. Check him out now. Oh man, that's cool. Yeah, baby. Check it out.
Live.
Yeah, baby. Alright, so I ordered some fittings from Shipbox Supply. So if you don't know who that is Matt Rice over there at DNR Auto, super good buddy of mine. He makes some pretty cool stuff. Look, I think this is kind of badass. Will that focus in? So he makes AN fittings, all this stuff, AN line, welding, bungs, all this stuff. Well, I needed to finish the kit side, so the plumbing for the fuel solenoids And I hit him up. I'm like, man, you got anything for like that'll stand up to nitrous? I said, I'm assuming this line you got don't. He said, I do not. But I decided to just go ahead and do the fuel side with his stuff because one, it actually is pretty good stuff. I'm not doing like, oh my God, it's great. It actually is pretty damn good stuff. I've had no problems with it so far, but he has a no leak guarantee. Check this out. Shit happens. No leak guarantee. So if any of his lines or anything like that is leaking, his fittings, shit happens. You just send it back to him. I think. I don't even know if you gotta send it back, but they'll get you worked out. That's cool. But anyways, we're gonna start plumbing the fuel side of the nitrous because our converter's not here and we have nothing else to do, and we've already wired up headlights and stuff. So yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, so I just ordered a bunch of random stuff that I thought maybe would work, but our fuel rec, I gotta redo the carb line, so when you see all that janky mess, please don't get mad at me like y'all do. Some of you do. Oh my God, why'd you mount the fuel pump right there? Why'd you do that? So this straight to this 45 is gonna work. I put a 90 over here. I thought this 90 would work, but this carb line is in my way, and I'm not really sure how exactly I'm gonna go about that. I could probably, Jonathan Hagan was over here today and we were talking about it. We might be able to put like a 45 to a 45 and somehow just kind of bend it out sideways. But we're gonna at least see what we can do with what we got. Probably gonna hit up old Matt Rice and order a couple more fittings just because I'd like it to look good, and I'm gonna order some more fittings so that I can redo the carb side. This was set up for the milk unit, and just everything's different. This one's got a fogger on it. It's got big ass valve covers on it, big block stuff. Who would have thought? But Dominator, everything's setting up high, low. It's just different stuff. We had to redo the fuel line over here. That wasn't a problem. So we're gonna kind of mess with some other things and see what we can knock off the list. Okay, I forgot to tell y'all, but I was working on this thing and not filming just because all week I kind of been discouraged that my converter's not here, and I'm like all down in the dumps and everybody's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, race car parts ain't here. But I finally got the carb linkage figured out. It's pretty janky, but here's one thing that is very true about the carb linkage. It's safe, and it's not gonna mess up on me while we're blowing down the street or wherever we're going. So we got it to where it was set up for a blower car. They had a big long line and stuff coming out for that big silly injector hat that sits over the roof, and they think they're real badass and cool and stuff. Which I agree with them because I think that stuff's kind of badass. But anyways, slides over here, and then we got it to where we kind of rigged up. Dad rigged up this mount here and made this piece that bolts in and slides depending on where we want the idle set. Of course, we can set it here, but just to give it some play. And then our pedal goes all the way down. The carburetor comes all the way open. All I did was kind of just make a piece that slid over top and bolted to it so that our carb linkage absolutely will not go anywhere. It's not going to fall out or get hung up or nothing like that. So on our list, the carb linkage is done. I got to mark it off. We still got to fix the tow hook, which that's going to be last because I really just don't want steersman to haul his welder over here. I'd rather just drive it to his house. And then we're going to weld the tow hook up. And then we got to wash it. That's probably going to be last too. Hopefully next video on Monday our converter will be here. Our next video isn't going to be Monday. Please don't get your hopes up because I am not that good. But converter will be here Monday. We'll get that done. We'll get the transmission in it. We'll hook up the shifter. My boy sliding through with a vacuum pump, water pump, and what else? He's got some bottle brackets. So Monday, all the parts are guaranteed to get here. Please don't get mad at me for not having the converter because I literally almost tried to bribe UPS We tried to go. Dad drove to UPS, beat on the doors. Nobody was there. Made phone calls, everything. I was like, man, I'll pay somebody to open up that box truck and find my converter because it was out for delivery today. But I guess my man, whoever was on the broom, did not get to me in time before they had to head back home. So anyways, besides that, we're trying to knock stuff off the list. We're having a hard time getting parts. This video is not going to be what everybody expected, but the hot rod runs. It's nasty. These bullhorns are obnoxious.
Yes, they are.
But yeah, I still appreciate you guys, everything that you do, all the support. Hopefully next week I let go of the I said it last week too. Dang it, I need a converter. When that converter gets here, I'm putting it out in front of the house and I'm letting go of the brake, and I hope it blows the tires off because I'm going to do an ungodly burnout in this thing for you guys because I've been slacking. Not me, UPS has. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it a ton. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Had a little goofiness going on. But anyways, we will catch y'all next week. Maybe I'll try to post something Wednesday if the converter gets here and I bust ass. But we shall see. If you want to see a video on Wednesday, put it in the comments below. Give us a little motivation because we are down in the dumps. But see you guys whenever. Appreciate it and peace out.